The Dukes of Weebdom. Episode 19. Dukes of Weebdom. Episode 19. Explosions. Glass shattering. Other things.
92.5.
Something of that matter. Some banger chapters this week, I'll say that much.
Absolute bangers.
So, lay it on me. What do you got? What's first? What's on the mind of the Kahaku?
We didn't get a Chainsaw Man, right?
No, tomorrow. Well, yes.
No, I don't think we... No, we talked about the last one, I believe, because we were so souped to talk about the last one.
Yes, you're right. About
I don't think there was one after. I think they went on break.
Yes, they did.
So let's go right into the meat and potatoes. It's not Gojover.
I don't think it is either. I think it's a bait thinking that, his head looks like it's about to get cut off.
Yeah, no, that's a scratch, bro. It's a scratch.
The amount of explanation they had to do.
Did it get to you, at least?
I fully understood it, and it made perfect sense on why.
The irk you is more what I was looking for. It took me a while, but I did finally get why it all happened. But there's one
they're all
page.
just sitting around watching a TV of them fight or something.
There's only one page where it actually got me angry.
Oh. Lay it on me.
I'm trying to find it. Hit this one. Right here. Based on what Inumaki and Yuji said, I don't think Sukuna closes barriers when opening domains. We're still fine. This page. Huh? Isn't that impossible? Yes, it is. It's impossible. At least, I think it is. So it's like totally impossible?
Which one is it?
I'll need every fucking person to spit take in that one.
But I thought we already just established earlier that he doesn't close barriers, that he brings his domain into...
Well, that's what they're saying. That shouldn't be possible. But I'm getting 5 fucking people saying that in the same fucking page.
I like how the first page, it's just a mountain of TVs that they're watching the fucking fight on. It's like, really, guys? Why are y'all sitting in a room
Is that Maymay's domain, speaking of which, or did they just literally just set up a bunch of fucking TVs? It looked like a domain.
I'm going to hope that it is.
It's probably just a bunch of TVs.
It probably is. But it does totally make sense on how Sukuna's domain beat out Gojo's, in the sense that
we've seen it established. Yubi broke the outside of Mahito's domane. But yeah, Yuji broke the outside of Mahito's domain before. We've seen the range is bigger for Sukuna.
Yeah. So
all the pieces for this one were there.
If most of this fight gets off-screened, I'm going to be very mad, because most of this fight has been
probably
off-screen.
simple domained that area that Limitless usually covers.
Or just hard focused it.
Something like that. That was a scratch.
Yeah, that doesn't look like your head just got cut off. It looks like the author's trying to bait us into thinking his head got cut off.
It's impossible.
I need to see more of this fight. If that's the entirety of the fight, I'm going to be real mad.
Same.
Especially because if Gojo, which again, big if, and it's just not what's happening.
No. Team Gojo.
Sukuna wins everything. Because he's not damaged enough for anyone else to come in and beat him.
Yeah, I don't see. Speaking of which, wasn't there a conversation about how Maki, Yuta, and Hakari would be ready to jump in and finish off the job? Why are they sitting on their asses watching TVs with the fucking chaff squad then?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they going to be ready to mobilize wherever they are, fucking safe from Sukuna's domain?
I still think Gojo's going to lose to Sukuna inevitably. It's just
we don't speak the truth here. Shh.
No, I just see it. It's the writing's on the wall, and anyone that's not...
Gojo leaves for a sandwich, and then Sukuna starts wreaking havoc. That's how it's going to go.
No, Gojo's
going to be like, I missed sandwiches inside the prison realm. Let me just...
Sorry to break it to you all, guys, but Sukuna's going to win, and Yuji's going to beat Sukuna.
No, not from TV land.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Gojo's not out yet.
Well, neither's anybody else that's there.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, there's, like, 3 tiers of people that are going to be better suited against fighting Sukuna before Yuji is.
You think it's going to go, Gojo's going to fight and lose, then Yuta and the squad are going to roll up, they're going to lose.
Unless Kenjaku starts rolling up on them right now,
right.
Which is also possible, but...
Because I don't see Yuta, Maki, and Naotoshi, right?
Not Naotoshi, Hakari.
Hakari. Fighting Sukuna, losing, and then Yuji fighting Sukuna and winning. And then everyone that I didn't just name beating Kenjaku. It's just not happening.
That's another fun one.
Also, laying down the hard facts of where she belongs. Fetching water is where Miwa belongs.
No, it was just a description for domains from the 2 domain experts.
No.
Miwa belongs to decapitating Kenjaku.
No. I mean, I'll wait for the day that she gets decapitated.
Just like Maki, she'll be perfect. Symbolization that you don't need all that cursed energy and craziness. And just roll up and off a man.
Say that to cursed womb. Yeah. No. Miwa's fucking trash.
Miwa the savior.
This meme is terrible.
It's not a meme. It's the truth.
It's a meme.
The threads are there. You know what I hate? I hate that we saw Miwa sulking around. It's so obvious Gege dropped whatever his first intention with Miwa being there is. Like, she was all still depressed from Mekamaru when we saw her in whichever colony she was in. She was all,
right.
And now she's back with the team. It's totally impossible, right, guys? You just totally forgot what you were going to do with her, Gege. She slid right back into old Miwa. Like it was fucking nothing.
There wasn't anything to do with her.
She's
was not some secret awesome person.
She tried to roll up on Kenjaku, though, and I respect that.
She tried.
She did try. But right before Kusakabe blocked Uzumaki.
Yeah, and where the fuck is he?
There. He was the one she passed the water bottle to.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, they were demonstrating domains because they're the domain experts. Simple domain, but a domain nonetheless.
I sleep.
I awake.
I sleep. No. And besides, we need to see more of fucking the 10 Shadows abilities versus Gojo. We haven't seen any of it.
Yeah, no.
Not a single one.
Well, we also haven't seen red, blue, or purple.
Yeah. Or anything else.
Well, we've seen purple, actually.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah.
That's how it started. I think...
I like to think Gaku Ganji and Utahime were just like, alright, we buffed that one attack. It's time to go home.
They probably did. Fucking assholes.
Fucked right off.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't want Gojo to die in the series, but I don't see him getting out of this situation.
Yeah, this is a death match unless Kenjaku's like, I betrayed all of you.
Yeah, he's not gonna just, like, get beaten to where he's, like... It's not gonna be like a DBZ battle where he just lays in the corner somewhere until the battle's over.
There's always the possibility the Gojo gets Sukuna on his back leg, injured and dying, and then Kenjaku just rolls up and is like, it eats him right up. Mahito style.
I don't know. Well, and that's another thing, too.
I'll show you true love and power and the loss that comes with it.
Because what I was saying about Kenjaku trying to use Tengen to get around Gojo's infinity. But, I mean, apparently in this doesn't matter anymore because they just described how you could get around it. And I'm like, oh, it was that easy?
Right?
You just had to use a simple domain around your fists or something?
Oh, yeah, to get rid of that through Limitless. Yeah, but that's what...
Anyone could do that.
Well, that's what they were doing in the subway, too.
Were they?
Yeah, that's what Jogo and Hanami were doing.
I don't remember
in
that.
Mahito, yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't.
They're already doing that to hit Gojo.
It's been so long since I read that. That just completely went under my radar. Because I was gonna say, it makes sense now that This isn't something that was just pulled out of nowhere to explain
No,
something.
I hated it back then too, though.
Yeah.
But it didn't do them much good.
No. But, I mean, there's really so many different ways it can go. Kenjaku, like you said, just Gojo beating Sukuna, and then
Takes
Kenjaku
Sukuna,
rolling up.
Or Kenjaku finishes whatever this merger is too, because that's
Interrupts
still
their
about
fight
to
or
go
something,
on.
Yeah. But Gojo can't be the one to kill Sukuna. I think it's got to be Yuji that finishes him off once and for all.
I still think you're just strong enough.
Well, we don't know that yet. We don't know what the fuck is going on with his training.
Even with like body swapping.
Yeah, no. It's like
You're
everything
just,
Yuji is
you know what
shown
you're
in
doing?
the
If
entire
you body
verse.
swap with someone stronger, if Yuji body swaps with someone stronger than himself, you're just robbing that person of their battle experience.
Exactly, with their own ability. But everything we've seen of Yuji throughout the series is nothing that we've seen that demonstrates he should have any foot in the game against Sukuna.
Either of them. I don't think he has any chance against Kenjaku either. Who he also has a narrative reason to fight.
Yeah, if anything, though, I think he'd have a better chance against Kenjaku.
I don't know. That gravity. I don't know what Yuji's got on that. As the punchy boy.
I would rather deal with gravity than flying air slashes that cut people in half.
The flying air slashes, I at least try to start throwing a punch or dodge, but the gravity was kind of like all around Kenjaku, and you're just done.
True, but I'm sure it did just muscle through it like every other person in gravity when it comes to gravity in anime.
You did muscle through it.
Well, she's also dead, so
yeah, exactly.
And actually, she did because she beasted in that fight. Right?
She beasted in that fight, but she didn't muscle through. The moment she lost was when his technique came back and he gravitied her down, and then she had the black hole because she was so fucked. I mean, if Yuji can't move, Yuji loses.
True. And he ain't got Sukuna to save his ass this time.
No.
Sukuna dipped out. But we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes.
It's not Gojover.
Did they fucking... Is this a meme, by the way, that's been happening? Because this is like the 8th time
Again,
you've said
I said
Gojover.
people say it.
On Twitter?
Yeah, everywhere.
People just hating on Gojo? Hey, yes. There's not a break next week.
Thank God.
For JJK, anyway. But, you know, it's also a banging fucking chapter. Spy Family. Last 3 chapters have been so fucking intense.
Now that they have a plot again.
Yeah. And it's just like how they... Oh, it's just so good. I didn't even know that it was Twilight right here and as this dude yet until this scene.
Yeah, I had to reread that shit too to understand what the fuck was going on. At first I was like, why would him knowing the gemstone even matter if that's the dude that you want there? And then when I saw it was Twilight, I'm like, oh, that's why it matters.
It was
because it's not the person you wanted to have the information.
It was honestly genius. And it's just espionage. I feel like I'm reading James Bond.
I also think it's the ultimate proof that Twilight is compromised by his mission. He absolutely hesitated to shoot Yuri.
Oh, 100%.
1,000% hesitated.
All right,
You see
so
it very
about this?
clearly. The sound effect is waver. Waver. He had the gun pulled, he wavered, and then said, oh shit, it's Yuri.
Yeah.
He had a full open shot already and didn't
Especially
take it.
to look at it. Well,
it's at his face. Look at that.
yeah.
And he wavered. And after taking one shot already before knowing it was him at head level. So he specifically wavered because he saw it was Yuri.
Definitely. Do you think that blood at the end is yours finger or that someone got shot?
I think someone got shot. I just don't think it's fatal.
I don't think it's fatal either. But if someone got shot, who's your guess on who it was?
I bet it's Yuri. Because again, in that position too, Twilight already had a shot. Yuri had to draw his gun in that moment.
Yeah, Yuri's gun was away, and he already had one shot fired. And
he only knew to draw it when he's like, "Oh shit, that's my face. You're fucking Twilight. I'm not going out without the draw."
Savage.
Probably got his ear shot or his like arm shot.
Something.
Yeah, leg would be a good choice.
But then in this instance, too, now Twilight's going to know, because before he didn't know how high up Yuri was.
And now he sees his boots on the ground.
Yeah, he's there.
He's the plan maker, and that he's just as smart as he seems. I like how he recognized his own fucking footprint. I
could never either. But like, oh, someone's got the same shoes as me.
Someone else buys Crocs, I see.
But I kind of get it, because in that situation, the only people in that whole park should have been either Wise or West.
Do they not have a uniform? Well, no, they don't. They're undercover right now.
Yeah.
But it's even more of a weird. You're undercover. You have random shoes right now.
Anyone could have made those footprints.
Motherfucker examined his shoes first, for sure.
Yeah. But whatever. He got him. He's in there. I agree with you, too. I think Yuri's the one that got shot. Lloyd's going to run away. Lloyd is also not too... He's too competent to make a fatal shot by accident, too. He's going to shoot him in a way that he's going to be fine, because it's Lloyd. You know what I mean?
At least he better. He just outs Yuri like that. And then Yuri's all depressed for a while. And then we Mr. and Mrs. Smith this shit.
And plus we got the whole...
That makes me so sad, though.
This mole, the real mole guy, got away. Yeah, obviously, he's going to give all his information to him, and part of that is Operation Sharks.
Well, he did say, hopefully Nightfall got him, and we haven't seen Nightfall.
True, and she's a beast, too.
She is a beast. I was like, oh yeah, Nightfall has him then. Lloyd, praise me.
True. But
Lloyd will love me and leave that harlot and let me raise his daughter if I catch this Wheeler guy. Yor would never be able to catch this Wheeler guy.
Yor would already have him.
Yor would have murdered him.
3 chapters ago. I want more of your storyline with fucking Desmond's wife. Or Desmond... Yeah. Desmond's wife. That's what I want more of. I need more of that storyline.
I don't know, I'm looking at this storyline.
No, I agree. This storyline, too, is great, but like instead of Yor just sitting in the house, I want to see her doing...
I also want to see more of the handler. The guy that gives Yor the work.
Oh, the one that gives Yor work, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love Lloyd's handler as well.
Yeah, but we got a bit of her, too. That whole chapter with her that was focused on her.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I do want to see more of Lloyd, Yor's side of things, you know. Her gardener boss thing that's interested now in Lloyd. And also her relationship with Desmond's wife, whose name I cannot remember.
I also don't. So
like Miranda. I feel like it was like something with Melinda? Melinda or something. Something like that. But whatever. Her. She's like, she seems super evil, but like the Desmond dude, I think he's gonna be I think he looks too much like a bad guy to be a bad guy. I think he's because the one time we met him
was like Hitler too.
Yeah, but the whole reason that Lloyd needs to get close to him is to make a connection with him and help convince him to end the war type deal.
I could see that, but on the other hand, I see his wife and how his son reacts to him.
Yeah, so there's some stuff going on here. But then we met him that one time.
Yeah,
he's kind of just... Sup, Mr. Lloyd Forger. I don't know. We need more to even make an opinion on him at this point, but...
Oh, speaking of exposition, though, did you watch Hell's Paradise?
No. It did not.
I had one line to check if you did. I'll save it to myself then. Tau, strong, weak. Tau, strong, weak.
Yeah, no, because I worked Saturday, and then we had our glorious
We did.
Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday I had birthday parties.
Get one of the things we've been asking for. More Shion.
Oh, in House
Paradise,
of
yes.
Paradise. I was like, huh? But yes, so on Saturday afternoon, the two of us got together and we went Nostalgia Blast, hooked up the old PS2 to an old school tube TV, went ham on some PS2 games.
On 2 PS2 games.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time on Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3.
Yes.
It was glorious.
Makes you hyped for 4.
I really hope they stay this at least similar, man. Like, the flying can be, like, there's obviously a lot of improvements they can make, but I don't want it to be like, what was that one that Xenoblade? Xenoverse?
Yeah.
I saw that one. I don't want it like that. I don't want it like the Kakarot game. I want it like Tenkaichi. It's Tenkaichi.
Feel that same pace.
Keep the same roster of characters, too.
I mean, you don't have
And
to
just
bring them all back.
No, you can get rid of some of the Frieza soldiers and, like, the
Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball characters.
Yeah.
You can leave Yajirobe and,
Couple
like,
forms
Roshi.
you could drop for sure, too.
Yeah,
I
probably.
don't need second form Broly.
You don't need first form Broly. Keep the Super Saiyan Broly.
Well, it makes
Get
sense
rid
that
of the
first form Broly, but we didn't.
He never fought anybody in first form. He only fought anyone in the Super Saiyan and Legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah, but you don't get somewhere from nowhere.
True. But
the one Majin soldier. I definitely didn't pick him.
Bogovich?
Yeah, that guy.
He's just the normal dude that beats the shit out of Videl in the beginning of the Buu saga.
Out with him.
Yeah.
Bobbity, gone.
You wanted to play Bob.
I did want to play Bobbity, but he shouldn't be there.
It's like something like 120 characters in that game.
Yeah.
To choose from. You gotta get rid of some of them so we can fit the awesome of Dragon Ball Super characters in there, like Hit and Jiren and Beerus.
And don't shoot, he's not black.
Goku Black, yes. And
Fused Zamasu.
yes. And then Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. Goku and Vegeta. Gohan's new form, Piccolo's new form.
And then everyone else in the Tournament of Power. Kale, Khalifa.
Yes.
Weird, not Frieza.
Fuck that guy.
The guy that also can do Hakai. Even though he's not a god of destruction.
Yes, I forget his name's like on the tip of my tongue.
The big robot. A new version of 17. It's all worth it.
And not...
Oh, bring back my GT characters. No. They're probably gone. It's a worthwhile sacrifice.
Probably because...
I just wanted Super 17.
Well, maybe. I mean, Toei made it.
Yeah, but it's also like decades ago, and GT has fallen so far out of favor in that time.
Yeah, it's also not canon anymore, so...
Not canon, and no one liked that.
Because it's not written by...
Fallout.
Yeah, none of it's written by Akira Toriyama. I hated that Goku was a kid through the whole thing.
Oh,
I'm
me
like,
too.
why? This is bullshit.
I love that Trunks was part of the main story, though.
Yes.
I was like, yes, more Trunks.
In a good light, too.
And Mai was fine.
Who?
What's her face? The girl, Pan.
Pan. I like Pan.
I like Pan.
I liked the baby saga arc, and I liked the Omega Shenron arc. The rest of
That's like
GT
2/3 of the whole show, though.
But specifically the baby stuff on Earth, the lead up when they're off planet sucked.
Yeah, because I'm about to say the first arc.
The Super 17's in there too.
The first arc is them looking for the balls. That leads into finding baby. because he's on one of the planets where the robot goes to betray them. I just watched a review of GT2.
Yeah, but what happens first? Fucking Baby or Super 17?
I'm pretty sure Baby happens first, because the first plot line leads into where they find Baby.
Right, because that's when Goku uses Super Saiyan 4 against Baby Vegeta.
Yeah.
And then I believe he also uses against Super 17.
I don't know, because I missed a couple episodes back then. I saw Super 17 get introduced, and then I didn't see the whole fight.
I have the whole thing on box set. I need to finish my box set of DBZ.
Oh.
But because I have you know the orange Funimation release ones.
Yeah.
I hear they're not very like. I watched some of them, but
Totally Not Mark just put out a video about how bad they are, and I've already seen a video from another creator about how bad the DVD releases are. All of them too, from every single one that distributed them.
Because I watched them a few here or there episodes back in the day. I've never said. I mean, I could never watch Dragon Ball Z from start to finish ever again. But I want to have them. Well, is Dragon Ball Z? I know Super's on Crunchyroll, but is Z on anything? Can I just go stream Dragon Ball Z?
I have no clue. I've never looked for Z.
Because listen, I'll move heaven and earth to make sure my son gets into Dragon Ball Z. If I have to just play it on the back.
Oh, you like dinosaurs now? What about monkeys? How do you feel about monkeys?
He's getting super into space.
Oh.
Yeah. But I have up to either the last box set of the Cell games or the first box set of the Majin Buu set. So I need the whole Buu saga. I don't have the Buu saga. I have all of GT. And Dragon Ball can go suck it.
So you are going to rewatch it with your son?
Probably. Or just have it there.
See the iconic shots.
I think he just needs to be a little older right now because he's still in that phase where he likes to watch the same episode over and over again. He needs to get to a point where
I want to see what's next.
Yeah, so maybe when he's like 4, 5, closer to 4 or 5, then maybe I can really start like, hey, there's this cool thing that Daddy likes that you should totally watch with it. Watch. But we'll see how that goes.
Why is this green guy here? Why is he all big? What's going on?
Just watch the glory.
He has a kid already?
Yeah. But we got quite a stack of games here that we're going to get into. Budokai 3, Tenkaichi 3, Dynasty Warriors 4, Lord of the Rings 2 Towers, and Return of the King. I didn't mean to bring this game down, by the way. I just grabbed these and this.
Two of these things are not like the other.
Oh, I brought Need for Speed Underground 2 down here for me.
Okay,
because I was like, I'm gonna play this game while I wait for him to come over. Just driving around. I fucking loved that game. This game is so good. We got Deception.
Grab Samurai Warriors 2.
Deadly Alliance, Samurai Warriors, Onimusha Blade Warriors, Tony Hawk Underground 2, Bloody Roar 4, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the good one.
The OG one.
And then Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles 2.
And I'm going to straight up buy one of the Naruto Ultimate Ninja games.
I have one of them, but it's for Xbox. That's the one that I have upstairs.
I think that's a campaign one, isn't it? Like a story game?
I have 2 Naruto games for Xbox.
Nice.
There's one, Broken Bond.
Yeah.
That one has a campaign type story to it. But then I have
Right,
one of
that one didn't come to PlayStation.
I think it's Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 or 3 that I have for Xbox. I also have, what is it? Marvel vs. Capcom 3? 2? 2? The one that's for Xbox.
PS2. Nope, 3 probably then.
Yeah.
I loved that one though. I fucked with that.
That was the first one I played.
Yeah, that was one we really fucked with.
Yeah, Dante was in that one,
Yep.
Virgil, and fucking...
And I got my copy of 2 and brought it here, and we played it all night. It was me, you, and 2 mutual friends.
It was intense.
Unlocking all them characters ain't easy. It ain't easy to unlock me a surf bot to smack at your ankles with.
Yo, no fighting game we need to play again? Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Tatsunoko versus Capcom is so much better.
It's for the Wii, though.
I know it is. I have a Wii. I don't know if it still works. I don't even know if I have all the pieces to it.
I don't even know if I have Tatsunoko versus Capcom anymore.
Let's fucking buy that shit.
But look about how much it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do right
Marvel
now.
vs. Capcom 2 is like $200, so.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Why do you think I'm so proud of having it?
Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Let's see. Go. Where's the shop? Shopping right there. Shopping. $59.99 for the Wii.
Goddamn Nintendo games.
$129 on eBay. Nope, there's $40 used, $50 used, $45, $41. Oh, that $41 though is a different game.
Oh my god, all my picks are losing. No.
What's losing?
It's a best protagonist tournament. I was just voting in, and every single pick I picked was the loser.
Sadness.
It was Denji versus Gon.
Denji versus Gon?
Yep.
I think Gon takes that.
I took Denji. I picked Denji because I think is
hold
better.
on. What Gon? Are we talking just the kid
It's
Gon?
not fighting. It's greatest protagonist.
Gon.
I picked Denji.
Nah, maybe. That's a tough one, though, because it's so weird because...
Gon, you have an entire series to...
Yeah, because, like, Gon's not the best character in his show. Neither is Denji, but Denji is higher on the list of better characters in his show than Gon is on his list. So, in just terms of better character, Denji.
Yeah, I just like Denji more. Next was Eren versus Naruto.
In terms of better character?
It just said...
It's...
Greatest anime manga protagonist of all time.
So, alright, so Eren versus Naruto. Eren.
I put Naruto.
Because Naruto's right in... No, because...
It's fair. Totally fair.
The thing is, Eren... So they both took a 180, right? But Eren's 180 is believable and realistic based on the events that happened to him in his life, and it's meant to be that way the sense that what a trauma would do to a person to change their ideals. Naruto became just the video I sent to you. Naruto was the underdog, not giving up. This is all those things. Anytime people mention Naruto, they say, "Oh, Naruto taught me never to give up," or "You can try as hard. You can, no matter how
hard crazy the dream is.
Hard work can get you there." It's like, no, Naruto is destined to be that shit.
Privilege.
All right, he was born the reincarnation of the son of a god.
I already know what you're going to say for the next one. It's Luffy versus Edward. What an unfortunate matchup.
Better character?
Greatest protagonist of all time.
Yeah.
It's so unfortunate that's them up against each other. I think they both would have easier washes.
Both of them are better than everyone else you've mentioned.
Right, exactly.
But for a Luffy is only there for the reason of because Luffy doesn't change much in the series, right? And he's not meant to. He goes through that one thing with Ace dying, and that kind of changes him a little bit, but he's basically the same the whole way through, and he's meant to be that way. So you could look at him being like, he's not a very written or developed character.
Yeah.
Because he's not supposed to be.
He fits his story. And then
Edward is just like...
onion.
Layers, man. Yes, exactly.
I, of course, voted Edward, personally speaking. But
so I would put him as a tie. I'm not even going to guess between the two of those.
Yeah, it was a losing battle, though, as you can imagine. 71% Luffy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Is Eren beat out Naruto, too?
Yeah. Again, all of my picks have lost.
Super surprising, because, again, popularity it's going to turn into a popularity contest.
Bomb versus Subaru.
Bomb from
Tower of God.
versus Subaru? Fuck, man, because I've read Tower of God. And Subaru, I mean, if you want to talk about trauma, yeah, but he's still just like
A dork.
a dork. And Bomb is not.
Bomb's gone through some development.
He overcame the way of the simp and is no longer a simp.
And then overcame the way of the emo.
Objectively worst girl in anime.
Yes. Yes, I still hate post her.
She's terrible. Rachel can burn in hell. Oh, keep going. Is there more?
I picked Bomb. No, that was it, sadly.
Oh, no.
I was hoping for more.
Liking more of those. That was good. Because I actually saw one somewhere, too. I forget where I saw it, though.
Sadly, I caught it in round 3.
Because,
I wonder if I could see some of the old losers. Ah, there's more.
Oh, yes. Lay it on me.
Oh, it's batch 2. Oh! He separated them into 2 batches. That's what it is. So it's round 3, but he had to do 2 threads for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Ichigo versus Goku.
Ichigo.
I think I agree. Hey, I finally picked a winner. Not that I'm trying to pick winners.
Yeah.
This would be easy. Thorfinn versus Gintoki.
See, because Thorfinn is such a good character, so I'd definitely give it to him, but Gintoki's a fucking Chad.
I also give it to Thorfinn, obviously. Lelouch versus Itadori.
Lelouch.
Yep. People have good sense, too.
Yeah, good.
I don't know who Violet is, but Kaguya versus Violet.
Is it Violet?
Everguarded?
Maybe, but I don't think that's her name.
No.
Maybe, but I mean Kaguya.
Yeah,
It's,
I hate Kaguya.
Yeah.
Now it's everybody.
Oh, that's the whole thing now?
Yeah. Till next time.
I love polls like that.
I already just caught a glimpse of Black Clover Copium.
Oh, is
No Asta.
you?
Or he got knocked out already.
Is that still going on? Like, are they still taking breaks? Are they releasing
Black
chapters
Clover? Yeah, no, it's still going on.
weekly? Or
Yeah. I mean, they've been taking breaks too, but
because I know you've been saying that they're like really close to the end now.
they are incredibly close to the end, but it feels like edging at this point. Like, when's Asta gonna start fighting Lucius? Edging. Right now, it's Yuno fighting Lucius, and he's actually doing
Still?
good. Yeah, he's doing good though. And we saw a little bit of Mary
Let's see
Eliona
how.
fighting too.
Because I've seen Lucius fight. I don't know how anyone beats that. But didn't
Yeah.
you say that he got super nerfed?
Lucius or
The king. Magic King.
I'm not so sure if it's a nerf.
But
Because you
based
pretty
on-
much be like, "You're my thrall now forever."
No, that's not what I saw. I saw like light powers and shit being like,
He pretty much bestows powers and mind washes anyone he touches. So not only
scary.
are you my thrall now, you also have a second form of magic now.
where's Yami and all this?
Fighting. He was on the front lines. Someone died next to him is the last time I saw him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
maybe
then
I'll
Mary
read
Eliona fucking dove in too and fought. Again, you just put up a good fucking fight though.
There's so much that I have to read. It's ridiculous. Right
Yeah, I wouldn't put that on the top of the list. I put Gachi Akuta on the top of that fucking list, man. I'm fucking beasting out on that.
If there's anything that I'm gonna like binge, it's gonna be Poon Poon. Because I'm close. I'm more than halfway at that. Well over halfway. I think I'm in the mid. I haven't read anything since the last time we talked about it on here, but I'm somewhere in the mid 90s in chapters, and I think there's 140 chapters or around there, give or take 10 chapters.
I'm 10 chapters away from catching up in Gachi Akuta.
Nice.
Yeah, it's only at like 56-ish chapters right now.
There's nothing other than Poon. Poon's probably the one that I'm heaviest into towards catching up, other than the usual stuff that we read in constantly. You know what I mean? Because I'm so far behind in Undead Unlock, Witch Watch, Black Clover.
Actually,
I feel like there was another one too.
Actually, I gotta retcon. As much as I really want you to read Gachiakuta, specifically because as those unique characters that we're kind of touching on with Goku Rakugai, like everyone's dressed different, everyone looks unique.
Mm-hmm.
But as the guy who worked under the author for Soul Eater,
you come
to expect that too.
Mm-hmm.
Because Soul Eater had some of the most iconic looking characters also. So if that all
Speaking of, if there's anything, we need to read Soul Eater because we've only watched the anime.
I have the first 2 perfect volumes. Hardcover.
Nice. But, because I have the fucking same, it's like the second half of that is different. But, good.
Yes. But the thing I want to retcon over that is Starving in Sakamoto Days.
Oh, yeah.
That way we could do like a Promised Neverland thing where we take on certain amount of chapters at a time and we can talk about it. It's so good.
Time for that.
It's so good.
Oh, dude.
Come on, 7 chapters a week.
Barely have time to read my weeklies.
I'm only 13 chapters in. Catch up to me.
Oh, yeah, I could probably do that if I did.
Oh, but 7 chapters a week is asking too much, but 13 chapters you can do in one sitting.
Finding the time for that one sitting is the problem.
You just need to do that once a week, every week, for half that amount after.
Do you want me to catch up in Diablo? Or do you want me to...
Well, you should definitely have it beaten by next week.
Yeah, I would.
You absolutely will have that beaten.
So.
Yeah. But I want to reserve some of that talk for when you beat the story. I'm excited.
Can I just say that I hate Lorath?
What?
I don't like him at
all. I love Lorath.
I don't know what it is.
I think he's my favorite.
I don't know. It's just something that when he speaks, he pisses me off.
I love it. I love his voice.
I'm like, who put you in charge? You're the fucking...
Who do you want to put in charge,
Hobo drunk? No, myself or something. I don't know. You're right. All of the choices are not good. But I'm just sitting here like, I don't know. I just can't even.
Is it the fact you had to wake him up from drunkenness?
It's not even that. It's just something. I don't know what it is. I just don't like something about him, and I just can't place it. What it is.
Did you go to the Zakaram church yet? With the dark religious people that like study the darkness.
I think so. That's when you fight Elias the first time, right?
Yeah. There's one part where you roll up to a place of like Lilith worshippers, and Lorath is just like, "Ah, yes, hail the mother. Hey."
Yeah.
Who else likes Lilith up in here? And that was the moment I'm like, yeah, that's my boy. He just so seamlessly just started lying to them to get his way in. Hail the mother. Yep.
You mean the one where your boy Nassif died outside? Or a different one?
Mashif. It might be that. I don't remember. Yes. I think it is that one, yeah. Because that was Elias's temple they were looking for. So everyone there, and they were all like, Elias is doing the ritual. We're excited.
The eye.
Yeah.
Which is just
oh yeah, we're here to see Elias. He told us to come here. Where is he? Cool.
The eye of whatever. First off, is basically just a Palantir. But the fact that they said Laura says, oh, you can basically see anywhere in the world and anywhere in time, and we're not using it to look anywhere in time. Why did we just look at where Lilith is currently and eavesdrop on one bullshit conversation about what her and Elias are talking about? But, okay, fuck that shit. Why don't you go look into the future to be like, where's Lilith going to be in 3 days? What's Lilith been doing?
Actually get ahead of the curve.
Why don't we look back in time? You're all trying to wrap your head around what Lilith's real plan is here. You're like, yeah, we kind of guess
Let
she
me
wants
see when
to.
she made the plan.
Yeah, so let's go look back in time.
Well,
If that's what this thing can do.
I would say, to be fair, I'm not sure if there's any more in my life where I'm going to be like walking around my house, and then I walk up to Mephisto's joint, and then I'm gonna, and then Astaroth, and just like yell it out to nobody.
True. Nobody speaks their
Especially
plans
as
out
a
loud.
demon.
But she had to have told her plans to Elias at some point, or told her plans to someone else.
Maybe short term at least. I don't know.
Okay, another thing though, like, okay, what plan did she make with Mephisto?
Or Astaroth. Because Astaroth was the one that's going to lead her, yeah.
The one that we fought on top of the Cerberus.
Yeah, Astaroth.
Astaroth. What deal did they make? Like, we don't know what she could have wanted for safe passage in hell for. Well, I assume it's to go eat her father to gain his power or whatever. That's what I'm assuming. So yeah, you could put the pieces together. But if you had an object that you could look through time with, that is infinitely helpful in all situations to answer all questions that you have. Oh, hey, you think this soul stone's going to work against Lilith? I don't know. Well, let's plan to do it, right? And now let's look in this soul stone, this eye thing, and see if
that
it
would
works.
be a good point, too. Like, to test it through the all-seeing eye. I can't wait for you to finish the story, though. I have... Talking about, not like in Lorath, I have a certain gripe with a certain character's decision later on that isn't Lorath.
What characters do I know what to look out for?
Oh, it's going to be very obvious. It's a very big decision, very late into the story. And it is the plot pretty much stops and goes, do you want to make this decision? Are you sure? And they make the decision. So I think you'll know. I think you'll know when it happens.
All right, then.
It's a very big decision. And I'm like, why? Why did you do that? That is not the decision my character would have been on board for, that's for sure.
Bring back roleplay into role-playing games.
It's fair. They have a story to tell, and I do like what they're cooking. If that was me, it's not the decision we would have made. I have some honor. I uphold my honor. I'm a scratch my back, scratch yours kind of guy.
I don't know if I would be in
this context.
In a video game world, you know what I mean? It's just like...
They make a good point. They do. I see where they were coming from when they made the decision.
Hey, well, I guess I'll find out when I get there, right?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be the first thing I talk about. For sure.
I look forward to it. Maybe Wednesday would probably be my next big day for Diablo. And it's your turn to edit it, so Thursday as well. And then Friday. And I'm not working next Saturday, so then Saturday's going to be a huge day.
I'm back on my Saturdays. And I have to do the podcast.
Yep.
I have tomorrow off, so I'm going to grind Diablo.
Nice. I don't. Well, whatever. I'll catch up eventually. It's just a matter of...
Again, it's going to take you like 1 or 2 sittings. 2 max. Because again, Act 6 felt kind of long, and I was very scared to stop in the middle of Act 6. Because of like weird crest progress, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always worried I'm going to have to come back in and redo something. And in Act 6, I was very scared of having to redo this shit. So I just sat there. I sat from like pretty much where you are, where the quest split. I finished one. I think I finished my sitting. And then from the other part of the split, I went all the way to the end of the campaign. Because once I was in the middle of Act 6, I'm like, I don't even know how to fucking get back here if I leave here. I don't want to. I can't stop.
How long did that take, though?
It was a good hour or two in Act 6 for sure. The
No,
story.
I mean like from that one sit-in.
Oh, that sitting was a long sitting. That was like a good 6 to 10 hour sitting.
Yeah, there's no way I'm doing one of those. I don't have that kind of time.
I was hammering away at that motherfucker. Because again, that last stretch of story
Look, if I get 4 hours.
is a lot of story.
Friday and Saturdays would be the only time I could do that because I could stay up late, you know what I mean? Because I don't have to work in the next day. But I have to wait. Like, I can play Diablo when my son's awake, but I would be doing side quests and overworld shit. I wouldn't be in any dungeons because if for whatever reason, you know, because it's
to be fair, you can hide out in like a corner of a dungeon and mobs won't respawn.
True.
Unless the butcher's there.
For instance, if I started a battle and I needed to do something with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with like I don't play 14 when he's around because
It's
literally
also fair because you can't log out in the dungeon, or at least it'll feel bad to log out in the dungeon.
Because there's nothing I can do in 14.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? What am I gonna? I can't queue into a dungeon and be like, oh, sorry, I need like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? To put down my controller.
I will say, good news for you then. 2 of the end game activities in Diablo are open world, like on the open world map.
Nice.
Yeah. Not including world bosses. When I say that, I just put that as like a separate thing you can do.
Right.
Because they're clearly not meant to be constantly grinded, spawning once every 6 fucking hours.
Gotta look up world bosses. How many of those?
I think there's 3 right now. Ashava, the one we fought.
In the betas.
Avarice, the gold cursed. He leaves pools of gold behind as he's swinging around like a cage full of gold, like molten gold. And then there's like a ghost one that flies around. He sends out sound waves and pulls them back. I haven't fought any of them.
I've seen a trailer once, and I saw like a giant come out of like a portal and just like slam at the character.
That's the Avarice, the gold one.
Oh, okay.
The one that swings the cage around.
Badass.
I've just seen footage. I haven't fought any of them yet. I haven't seen them spawn yet. Or at least I missed them.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them spawn. I went over to where Ashava was just to map the location.
The location's sexy too.
Yeah.
I think I have the whole world mapped finally. I think I'm missing like 3 locations. 1 in 3 different acts. Because I just finished Scotland. I got the message and everything that it is fully mapped.
Nah, I got a lot of like patches here and there throughout.
That part pisses me off too. I took the time out of the day. I'm like, no, I am mapping. This is mapping time.
It's mapping season.
I went down to Kyrgyzstan. I'm like, no, I'm done. Because you can't see if one of the activities is happening if that whole section is shaded out that I had shaded out. Like, I could have a whole activity going on there and never know.
At least Legion events will show you, even if it's in an area that's grayed out.
I'm assuming world bosses would too then, because they're like the same kind of like symbol.
Yeah, I wasn't taking that bet when I first was playing it, so I was still in Act 1 when I went over to where Ashava spawns just to unlock it. So I was like, yeah, I'm not missing this if it happens.
Nope.
So, but we'll see. I'm over 49. You're 56, right?
Yep.
So I'm not terribly far behind, but I also don't know how slow the level process is once you get to where you are. You know what I mean? I'm gaining. Plus, I don't have story to help.
I think it slowed down worse for me because I was over 50 when I was doing a lot of that last chunk of story, and the game stopped scaling beyond that if you're not in the next world tier. The enemies I was fighting when I was 52 were level 50.
So it's going to happen the same to me then, because I'm in Act 5 at 49 and a half.
Granted, this was also around the time I did a shitload of Act 5 side quests, so you might be able to circumvent some of that. That might have been some of the time, too.
So I just won't do any more side quests and just focus just story.
Hammer it out.
Just so I don't... Because I don't want to just like... I mean, it's not a spoiler. I even know that Lilith was going to be the last boss. Everyone fucking knew that. She's on the fucking cover of the game.
You've been hunting her down the whole game. If you didn't fight Lilith by the end, it would be a mistake.
Yes. I don't want to just face roll through her the first time I fight her. Your face tells me I'm going to face roll through her.
I face rolled through her, to be fair.
So I'm probably going to do the same. Lightning mage ultimate just fucking wrecks people, especially if she's the type that stays away from me.
But again, I face rolled it because I was 4 levels over. Maybe again, since you're avoiding it.
I have problems against melee type characters that are on your ass like always.
I'm the opposite. Like, even though I'm melee and I should have problems with people in being in their optimal range, the problem for me is bosses that like to shotgun me with projectiles. Like the one specific boss that sends out the ghost wisps that give you invulnerable when they hit, and they fucking seek back to you. That guy is a motherfucker and a half for me because they come back. Like, I can position perfectly, but then they all wisp back at me.
Gross.
And the mage one, the lightning mage boss, the one that when it teleports, it also sends out those little projectiles in circles.
I bet that'd be
vulnerable you.
I think it would be worse too if they could just do like a 4-way projectile that comes out and
all of it
like
on
a triangle. All 4 of them hit you. Yeah.
So I constantly have to be dodging when they're animating at all.
Savage.
But then a melee boss, we're just slugging at each other. I see them do one big wind-up, I dodge, I slug.
I just stand far away, dump my whole mana pool, run away until it's back, dump my whole mana pool.
Except the butcher. That is nothing more perfectly reminded me of fighting Duriel in Act 2 Diablo, where one fucking auto attack takes 2/3 of my health bar.
I cheesed the butcher by accident, and I didn't even know. I got one of the pedestals that turns you into the invulnerable orb, rounded a corner with it, and the butcher was standing there. And I killed him with
He deserves it.
I just 100-0'd him.
Give me one artillery shrine. Give me one of those with the arrows one.
Oh my god, when your basic attacks do the fucking wave
My
of
core
arrows.
skill is so fast when I have that on, and it's fucking blasts them with those.
I almost would rather have that than the invulnerable. Well, the invulnerable thing kills everything so fast. It's probably the strongest, but the other one's more fun to use.
Lethal Shrine's also good, though, because it makes all of your shit crit.
I like the cooldown one because my ultimate comes on a 15-second cooldown. By the time my ultimate runs out, the cooldown's up again. So I'm just constantly on ultimate cast.
Not as good for me, but I mean, spamming my ultimate's still pretty great.
Well, I'm a caster, so
yeah,
cooldown for me is glorious.
My cooldown's some of my worst. My core skill is like my meat and potatoes, really. Shred.
All I fucking hope for is that the Paragon tree, whatever it is, because I've been avoiding anything, I just pray that somewhere in this massive tree that you've told me about is mana or mana regen. Somewhere.
Yeah, I noticed I needed that on Sork also, to be honest. I'm having trouble. As an Incinerate build, you burn through that mana like nothing with Incinerate.
Yeah, and I just, because I had a lot of items that gave me mana back, like legendaries. Like I had one where Chain Lightning, anytime it bounced off of me, I gained mana back. Thankfully, I have an inbuilt perk in my skill tree that when I pick up one of the Crackling Energies, I get 4 mana back.
That's good.
That's really my saving grace, is those against large enemies, or large groups of enemies, but
the problem is I can't
Chain
really
Lightnings,
tell you
if
it will or not, because my board is going to be completely different from your board.
Yeah. That
still holds true. One thing I will say is there's a lot of the core stats on the Paragon board in between, like the big nodes that you pick up. And one of those core stats does increase your resource generation. I'm not sure if you ever looked at what the 4 core stats do. Strength is for armor. One of them's for resource generations and cooldowns. One of them's for skill damage. One of them's for crit and crit damage.
Well, there's dexterity. You mean strength, dexterity, intelligence, and
willpower.
Willpower, yes.
One of those is for resource generation. Just so you know, going into that.
What does strength do?
Strength is just armor. I think it's probably the worst. But armor's also like...
Because honestly, I saw strength and dexterity, and I looked at it on like, what strength and dexterity normally is. Dexterity is for ranged physical stuff. Strength is for like barbarians and maybe rogue.
See, they kind of...
Intelligence is for me.
They used to do that in Diablo 3, and I'm kind of bittersweet about this. I'm glad they don't do it that way anymore because I would just look for, like, I'm a Sork. I would just look for as much intelligence as fucking possible, stacking thousands of intelligence on all of my gear and shit to boost my damage. And that's kind of boring, to be honest.
Sork is short for sorcerer.
Yeah. Sork.
Is that Diablo thing?
Kinda. See, it's just a quick way to type it.
Okay, I've never seen it before.
S-O-R-C. Sork. But yeah, I would just be stacking like thousands of intelligence on all of my gear pieces.
Yeah.
Where in this game, the core stats, none of them directly just like, well, intelligence is skill damage, but none of them like are just your DPS is higher. But they're also, none of them are like that impactful. Like, I have all this dexterity. I'm level 56. It's like 3% crit chance.
That's trash.
It is trash. So there's goods and bads.
My rings give me more than that.
But I still like it more than just stacking one core stat on all of my gear. So I still think it's a good trade-off. Weirdly.
Well, I do have a complaint. But I'm not even just going to mention... I'll mention it next week when I can see what the Paragon board is in full. Because I don't even want your like facial expressions to give anything away about it. But... I don't know. Well, I'll just say it, but I just won't look at you. I just hope that there's gameplay changes in the Paragon tree. Because if I go through a game that at level 35, I have the entire amount of abilities I will ever cast for all the way up until level 100, I'm going to get bored of this game real fucking quick. Even if it just augments to something, that'd be cool. Obviously, I'm not getting new skills, but if I'm just casting the same shit from level 35 all the way to 100, my combat never changes. It's only damage numbers that change. I'm not going to make it to 100. It's just not going to happen for me.
I find that weird as an MMO player, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I find that incredibly weird.
Well, for an MMO, though, they split those new skills over all the levels. So when you're grinding, you don't have your full rotation at the beginning.
Do a year of post-game content.
True, but it's probably
because after 50 is post-game in this game.
Yes.
Even though you're leveling, that's all post-game.
So maybe what they should have done, in my mind, because I'm equating it to levels, and I'm not at my peak into a level cap. So I'd rather it have capped at 50 and then just augments from the Paragon coins instead of being like, if the Paragon coins aren't intuitive to levels, do you get the Paragon points with levels instead of skill points later?
Yes. Okay. And you get way more of them than skill points.
I'll see how it goes, but I don't know. It's just weird to me. Something like that is just like...
No, I get you. I personally think they should have had story end at a later level. For flow-wise, I do think trying to aim story ending around level 50. But at the same time, I'm looking at this, and honestly, you're always improving. I'm not sure how long it would take to hit your power cap. An absolute power cap.
Oh, well, power... Yeah, I'm sure that would take forever. But
even at level 100, there's still more improving I could see people doing.
Well, because I do also know, right before it came out after the Server Slam, I watched a quick video about Sorcerer. And they were going over each three. But like, it was like basically, so you want to play Sorcerer? Which of the three should you choose? Yeah. I was already pretty solidified in Lightning.
You're a Lightning man.
I was like, let me just see what the others have to offer. And when they got to the Lightning thing, I saw them do something that I still can't do as a Lightning Mage. And I'm like, I want to do that. But what it basically was is, the Lightning teleport, it was kind of like that, but when the obelisk and you turn into the yellow orb and you float around as an orb, it was something like that, and they're floating around really fast and just lightning sparks come off them. The lightning sparks were probably just crackling energy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't though, because it was blue, just like the teleport and the the ball lightning type
Yeah.
thing, but it was like you were the ball lightning and you were just, this person was zipping around the map, and like, yeah, I can teleport once, but like this person was like, I was like,
Have you checked the
that's
teleport
awesome.
enchantment yet? Because it turns your evade into teleport.
I did see that, so maybe that's what it was. But it's a
'Cause if you
short
get-
range teleport that has like a 15-second cooldown.
Because I would say if you get boots with multiple charges too, though, you're doing that shit a lot. Or the one where your hits reduce the cooldown.
Maybe that's what it was.
Because then maybe the teleport hits are reducing its old cooldown. And then... Just a guess.
Because teleport, if you hit someone, you do reduce its cooldown up to 3 seconds based on how many people you kill.
Yes. And here's a quick warning, though, because when you see the Paragon board, like I said, that first board is going to be more like a tutorial board. Your next one after it is so much bigger and has... The first one doesn't have a legendary node. The second one will. So the first one isn't a great representation of, like, how much it's adding to you.
Right. Do you have to fill out that board to then gain access to view the next board? Or can you view the entire Paragon board from when you unlock it? All the way to
at
100?
least clear that first board. And you don't got to fully fill it out. It's like a big tile set, and you're just trying to make it to the middle slot and then the end. And maybe pick up, like, whatever's good along the way.
We'll figure it out.
And then once you get to that end point, it'll let you look at other boards before you pick which one you're like, that's the one I want. It'll let you, like, preview it laid out and everything,
Well, because
too.
I'm sure the Paragon board will help solve my problem that I'm having now of combat is stale to me right now, because I've been the same for 15 levels.
It lets you,
Nothing changing.
I would say it lets you target stats, for sure.
Well, because there's other things that, like, if I could increase lucky hit or I could increase crit hit,
You'll
then
get that.
I'll get those extra procs more often, which would then proc more shit for more interactive things to happen in battle.
You can absolutely do that.
Good.
This is why I warned you too, though. My first board, there was really just armor or damage with core stats around it. My second board is like quadruple the size. I have crit damage over here with werewolf skill damage over here with fucking resistance, life, healing, like huge. And then pretty much a legendary power in the middle, but not one of the aspects, like a unique effect in the middle.
Cool.
Which for me is crits give me my energy back. I'm dying for that, motherfucker.
Are you close to it?
No. Because I want to get that werewolf damage first, and then I'm going to go there. It's just, again, my last two picks, 15% damage on pretty much all my skills. My first board, plus 25% damage. No conditions.
That's awesome.
I'm 25% damage stronger. On top of other picks in there, too. 100 armor stronger. I think 8% life. It's pretty much you choosing how to scale your character.
You know what I just realized? Valda, the world boss we fought in the beta slam, was level 25. We were level 20. The fortresses are always 2 level higher than you.
I'm betting the world boss is going to be like
5 levels higher than you always.
Yeah.
So he's not going to. So
I think he just was set to spawn at 25 for the beta specifically.
But if
So I think he was 25 in the first beta when we could go to 25.
oh, was he?
I think so. I think they just set him for that.
Well, he's probably going to have to be. I'm sure he'll be levels higher than your, because
I'm
everything's
assuming
scaled.
so. Yeah. I was going to say, and especially with that.
I would hate to be the developer in charge of math on Diablo.
Oh, yeah, I thought that too. I was like, it's got to be so fucking complicated. Because all of the
Because you
stats
got
have to be affected
17
by it.
people fighting the same boss, and each one of those 17 people are different levels with different critical this, that, and the other, and the boss needs to scale to each and every one of them individually on their
It'd still be
gameplay
like
thing,
the same general pacing as it always is.
and then still have the same health pool that we're all.
Feeling right. That hits just right.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking math.
That's the other thing too, is with a lot of people's nitpicks, I am pretty confident they're going to fix a lot of things. I think they're treading into new water, making like an MMO version of Diablo. And they've already put out 8 hotfixes for the game. So I'm like, some of it I'm like, stepping back, let you cook a little bit.
Yeah.
I do think, again, that seems like a long grind from 50 to 100. But again, all of it's post-game too. So it's like...
I mean, plus, even if you don't make it that far, I really doubt that each new season they'll introduce content that's not available to your current character. I think it would be such a waste if you had to create a new character for each new content they add to the game. You're gonna lose so many players doing that.
Yeah, I don't think that's for everybody.
It would immediately eliminate all returning players. No one would return to Diablo. So say I reached level 100 tomorrow, right? I'm just some random person in the world. I reach my level 100 tomorrow. I'm satisfied with what I've played so far. Yeah, there's a few more things I could do in the game. Like that guy you said you were watching that already has all of the codex power and aspects and all that shit. He's good to take a break if he wants to on that character, right? New season comes out, they add new bosses for level 50 plus type stuff.
A new tier of like...
Yeah, you got all of your codex that carries over. But why would I want to create a new character, farm them all the way up to level 50 just to fight a few bosses? And why I would want the character I put all this work up, that farmed all this legendary gear and that farmed all this paragon points, and that's the character I would want to fight these bosses with. I wouldn't want to be completely...
It's all in how they handle it.
Eliminated from being able to fight those bosses.
It's hard to explain, because a lot of the time it's not just them adding, like, pinnacle bosses. It's them adding leveling bosses and leveling mechanics, too. Because it's a race. But it's all in how they handle it. Path of Exile, specifically, when they put out a new mechanic for a season... About half of them stay in the base version too. So when that season's over, they're like, people liked that mechanic. Let's add that to the end game of the whole game. People didn't like that mechanic. That one's not coming back.
Right.
So I hope they do it the Path of Exile way, where some of the content gets added to the base version when that season's over.
Right. Makes sense.
But it's all going to be wait and see. It's a whole new world for them even. I was just reading those leaks. There's leaks that there's going to be a World Tier 5. I don't know if that's coming Season 1 or what.
See, that helps back up my side then, because if there's World Tier 5 and you already have a character on World Tier 4, you should be able to use that character.
Yeah, I'm assuming that content would come to the entirety of the game.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to be like, oh, World Tier 5's off. I have
to start my ult.
Start an ult at level... The only time... Well, because if they add Paladin or a Knight type class, I'll play that class. Barbarian doesn't interest me right now, so if they put an awesome melee character in, I will obviously level that one up. But at the same time, I don't want to completely abandon my Sorcerer to never play it again with any new content potentially coming to the game.
That's the thing I expect. I expect to not get my Druid to level 100 by the time Season 1 comes out, personally.
Because how many characters can you have at once on your profile?
Right now.
Okay. What would be the point of having more than 5? Because you can respec all your points.
You can, but... Let's put it this way, our mutual friend has already made a second Necro because of how much of a pain in the ass it would be to change your whole build on a dime like that.
I guess there's a lot of money involved. But...
It's a lot of money. It's not just a lot of money, too. It's respecing your whole skill tree, respecing your whole Paragon board, fixing all of your legendary powers and aspects on all of your gear.
True.
It's a lot of time just to respec your character. And then imagine you're like, this build's not hitting. Let me fix all of that back over.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all the micro decisions. Like, I have so many pieces of gear right now that have, like, ranks in these abilities that I'm using. Werewolf damage. I can't just flip my coin and switch it to a hurricane build. So how many
different builds can you have on Druid?
Druid's a bad example. You can have a lot of Druid builds.
Because it's 3 on... There's real
3 with some branching decisions for Sork. I noticed
Yeah.
they have 2 key passives for each build.
Yeah, so yes, but you're mainly going to be hard focusing on. Well, I'd say more 4 because you can hard focus on just lightning, just fire, just ice, or just conjuration.
Yeah, the conjuration build is so sweet.
But or you want to mix it between the two, which is I'm kind of doing. I'm hard focused in lightning, but I love the hydras
If we were just talking
conjuration, so I use that.
not being creative, there's at least starting 6 builds on Druid. Because there's Werewolf, Werebear, a build for switching between both. Storm, Earth, a build for switching between both. And then those can cross-pollinate.
Well, same with Necro, because you can choose to sacrifice or have so many different types of minions. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of builds in there.
So, okay, maybe. Because what I was trying to get at with this is like, okay, so you have 10 slots.
1 for each. I can tell you right now, I probably wouldn't make 2 rogues. That one seems really easy to just restat over. Then again, I don't really know. I am tailor-made for these. It's hard for me to say. I have 8 Path of Exile characters. I have 7 Diablo 3 characters. And I got like 10 Diablo 2 characters, even though I've only been that one once on normal mode.
I got 1 Diablo 4 character.
But Path of Exile, it's a whole new world. It's a whole materia system and their fucking skill trees and
Yeah,
shit.
no, I'm just going to hard focus on Sorcerer, get this thing to a god level, and then if Paladin comes out, or a Knight class, then I'll play that.
Or whatever, because there's also him saying they want to make like a unique class, so...
True, but then what if
what they cook.
What if it misses for me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I expected it to be like an evil knight. Someone was hoping it would be something like a blood knight.
But you already have like a blood.
Yeah, necro. That's what I thought
necro.
too.
Or I mean, it could be completely different. It could be just blood themed, but
blood
not.
splashes and bleed.
Because then people can make the same argument. Well, you already got a barbarian. What do you need a knight for? It's kind of different.
So I don't expect to hit 100 and max out all my power on my druid. I expect and what the ideal thing would be is when you start season 1, you get all that juicy shit and then bring it home to your overpowered character. So like I don't even have to get my season. Well, yeah, I kind of do. I was like, I don't even have to max out my season 1, but then I don't get the juiciest loot to bring home to my druid.
Yeah, because whatever you grab that falls to you, you can put in your stash and then just grab it as your other character.
Yeah, once the season... That's the whole point, too, with the race, is that once the season's over, everything you have merges into your regular, like, standard season.
I saw that you can buy more slots in your stash.
Yes, I already did.
I didn't. Because the only thing I put in my stash is the socket materials, like the chipped diamonds and the amethysts and rubies.
I started putting aspects for other builds in my stash.
I haven't gotten enough legendaries to fill my normal inventory with aspects, so they kind of just chill in my normal inventory.
I had a few that I just knew aren't for my build, so I threw them.
Well, I have ones that are in my person that just I can't even equip on Sorcerer, so they're just chilling in my inventory. But
that's why I threw some in my stash, because your stash is shared. So if you start a new character, you can just scoop up those aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Also keep in mind those juicy skill points you get from Renown or cross account. I started my Sorcerer. I had like 10 skill points to put on immediately.
That's amazing.
Feels fucking great. So you start at level 1 with already like 3 skills with ranks in them and shit. It
helps you power through the early levels.
Also lets you like try something out and be like, do I like this? Is this feeling okay at least?
Yeah, or because respecing 10-15 skill points really isn't that bad.
I don't mind respecting the skill tree in general. It's just I never want to respect this fucking Powergon board.
Did you see that you can buy glamour for your horse?
Yeah.
Did you see the price tag?
I didn't really internalize it because I was like, I'm never doing this.
It's like 4 million gold.
Damn. Oh, yeah, wow.
I was like, what?
Did you know, I just saw this today, Ashava drops mount armor.
That's awesome.
It is, and it looks really fucking sexy.
And is he guaranteed to drop that every time?
That I don't know.
No,
I doubt that
probably
shit.
not.
Yeah. I doubt it if it took this long to discover it, too.
Yeah. Well, how many times has he spawned game-wide?
Right.
You know, right? Is he part of your stats? And how many times he's been killed?
No, I didn't see that, actually. The butcher took too much precedence.
Interesting. But that's Diablo.
Next week we're going to have more.
Yes, story elements to talk about.
And endgame elements to talk about.
Yeah, now that I'd be in it, because I don't see myself taking too much longer on story.
No. Yeah, I think at most 2 sittings, maybe 3. I feel like you get cut on time or something. Or if you,
yeah, depends on how long each of those sit-ins are for me, though.
I just say, you pretty much know the part where you're going to want to make that, like, one last stretch. I think you'll feel the same way as me, where you're like, do I really want to risk leaving it off here and seeing where I pick up when I come back in?
Where I spawn when I come back in, yeah.
Where I spawn and who I have to talk to. Because I told you about that fucking bullshit where I had to jump like 5 fucking traversals back around to talk to a guy, to jump 5 fucking traversals back around to open a gate again. Because I chose to do a dungeon.
I think I did that. The one where you said there were 3 dungeons right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. And I let him in. And then we went into the room. It was 2 seconds and came back out. And the 3 dungeons were right there still. So you just jumped the gun.
I had to let him back in again.
You had to trigger the prompts to have him let
Like,
him
I
in.
opened the gate winch for him to come back in. Talk to him. Went to do one of the dungeons instead of the story dungeon with him. Because I was like, I want that aspect. I come back out, he's back on the other side of the closed gate.
And the winch is inaccessible.
Yep.
Or
so, yeah.
interactable.
So I fear moments like that in the last stretch of the story.
Yeah, fuck that noise. But that's really it for Diablo.
Freudian slip, though.
Yeah, Dandadan's next, but we're going to talk about. But there's not really much else to talk about.
Yeah, anything else is just going to be me
now.
inching towards spoilers, so let's just... already spoiled some Paragon board there.
Yeah, it's alright, though. It's not like it's not going to be like, oh my god.
Again, my very first thing, though, before we leave it, number 1 again, just don't judge it all from that first board, because that first board is like a fucking half full glass of water representation of it. The first board is like, this is what you'll be doing. And then the second board is like, this is why you're doing it.
Nice. But, cool. I'll get there.
Maybe one more thing to put in is that that's definitely where build diversity is also going to be coming from. Because it really puts you in the driver's seat of like, what stats do I want to just add to my character?
Mm-hmm. Makes
and
sense.
People are not going to be making the same decisions person to person.
I wouldn't think so either.
But yeah. That's Diablo. Oh god, my neck hurts.
Ooh, crack that bitch. So yeah. Fucking Dandadan. Not much to talk about, but...
Fire as always. Firstly...
Yes.
Momo is always the best vibe fighting.
Yes. Did you count the enemies? Because I did.
I didn't count them, but I sure took screenshots of them.
I believe I counted 13.
Well, first, context. She's beating their ass for a while.
She's beating 2 of their asses.
She's beating 2 of their asses 2-on-1.
She was beating
and then it was
1 of their
even-ish.
asses, and the other dude was just deflecting everything she threw at him.
Yeah. Really coolly, too. Like, deleting the space and then, like, reusing it. Because it didn't look like portals while he was swiping, but he opened up a portal to shoot it.
Yeah, because he reflected the melee beam back at her.
And then a bunch of more dudes came to his side.
Yes.
Which means we're almost definitely getting Ken next chapter then.
Yeah, because the others aren't helping.
Ken or Kinta.
Yeah.
Or both.
And then they're trying to make it seem like fucking something's up with GG, and I'm like, he's fine.
Yeah, but say better not kill the only other dude.
Fine.
You know what I think it is, though? I think he used too much chi. I think they're going to get into, like...
Evil Eye.
Using too much chi. Because he used his big-ass cannon, like, twice. And the second time, he spun it around and shit. There's no way he has all that stamina.
Yeah, so he's probably just
out
sleeping. Evil Eye might take over, but Evil Eye's been pacified.
And, again, how much juice does he have left in him right now? Like...
Well, does Gigi and the Evil Eye share the same pool of juice?
I would assume so. It's because they share the body.
I would also assume so, now that you said that, yeah.
He dumped a whole lot of shit into those cannons, man. Vaporized 2 of them.
Yeah. But that's almost, like, that's kind of like it. That really happened. It was a quick chapter, but some of those shots, though, were great.
It was great. It was just great in general. Again, Momo fighting is a vibe.
It really is. She's amazing. I love her. When you have a boy back.
Ken and Kinta on their way.
I don't know how much help Kinta is going to be, but I welcome any kind of reinforcements at this point.
I'm open to him. I hated him, but I'm open to him.
Cry. Weep for the next 5 weeks that One Piece is on fucking break. It's understandable, though, because Oda needs eye surgery, but still. 5 weeks.
Super sad.
But they finished with their, like... I think they finished up with all the flashback shit. Because they were doing a mini flashback the last 2 chapters. To an arc that happened right before Wano. And then maybe get back to Straw Hats. We haven't seen Straw Hats on page in like 8 chapters.
Damn.
So, like the longest stretch of time in the whole series that we haven't seen at least one of them. But yeah, good shit. PS2 games galore over here. I'm just like
ready to dig into more.
Yeah, so many good game titles. Dude, I fucking love this game. I'm probably gonna suck ass at it though. Plays a lot like Tekken though, doesn't it?
Yeah, except you can transform into animals.
Yeah, fuck if I remember how to do that.
Yeah.
You know how long? You know my stupid ass when I was playing games back in the day? In Budokai 3, when I first got that game, I knew how to transform into Kaioken, but not Super Saiyan. It's the same fucking button. You just need more ki.
But I remember this part. Is when you transform into Beast Gauge, your hits take out of your Beast Gauge instead of your health until you're turned back into a human. This is like a way to buffer your health too.
Oh, I do remember this. I do actually remember that because the fucking I loved the
bird guy,
the bird, crow, eagle thing. I don't know what the fuck kind of bird that is.
It's a crow.
Yeah, but it's got like eagle wings or some shit. It looks like right
so
there.
Badass.
And then that looks like a tiger or something. She was awesome though. I loved her.
She was awesome.
Fuck if I remember anyone's name in this game.
Oh yeah, my partner was actually just listing off names. I didn't know a single one of them.
Oh, so he was big into it then.
Yeah.
So good. Battlefront 2, amazing. Tony Hawk 2, amazing. I'm not even a big skater person, but it's like...
I still loved that game.
Yeah.
My friend stunting on me after the timer was out wasn't enough to make me hate it.
I think I remember that because you could keep doing it
as long as you're still comboing, and then I'm there. Just I was like manual, hold, manual. Like you won when the timer was out. You don't need to keep doing this.
Why are you extending my suffering?
To be fair, I was kind of talking big shit, being like,
shit.
I'm the best at this.
Pretty place real quick.
Yeah.
Savage.
Yeah.
It's super unfortunate.
We're going to do some Dynasty Warrior 4 duels.
Those suck.
They do. Are we?
Whoever hits the person first is most likely going to be the one to win.
We're doing it.
Sure, we'll do it. I'll just choose Lubu.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm just going to pick Pang Tong and win, baby.
Pingtong is trash in 4.
No, he's not. That fucking Musou is one of the best Musous in the game.
It's really not, though.
Yeah, the wind bursts around him over and over again.
Yeah, and he's stationary when he does it.
It's beautiful. Yeah, but most Musous, you move like 3 feet in that game.
True.
Spin. 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 It's done. Pingtong's like, blast, blast, blast.
I'll say Pingtong's is the most mystical of this one. It like because in the newer ones it's like
him and Zhuge Liang.
They add fire and water and like all this other crazy stuff to it. That's not in.
Yeah.
Like it's all a bunch of sword moves.
That's why I liked him too. I remember his old combos. It was like they'd like go backwards and smack you with it. I played a fuckload of Pangtong. He was my main. Him and Jotai.
Oh, look at that. Woo.
Yep. I guess I could throw Wu a bone.
Well, I guess I could shoe a bone. Machao.
Machao's pretty great.
Machao is pretty good.
Yeah.
Wu's
the beer users.
So?
Oh, actually, sorry. All of the best polearm users that aren't Lubu.
That's a pike.
That's why I said polearm.
Yeah.
In general.
Lubu don't count, though.
So, yeah. Okay, we have all of the best polearm users. I put it that way because we have Yue Ying with her little scythe. We have Zhang Li. What's his face? The main dude.
YuYu.
Yes, him. Ma Chao. Jaho Yuan. Not Jaho Yuan. The fucking... The fucking glaive guy in Shu. The one I especially play. I'm really sad now.
I'm drawing a blank, so I can't help you.
Guan Yu.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about Guan Yu.
Wei Yan with the double-sided spear.
So it's funny, because it's so weird to see Guan Yu in Smite. Because to me, Guan Yu has just always been Dynasty Warriors. Yeah. But now it's almost like the opposite now, because now you said Guan Yu. I was like, oh yeah, Guan Yu is not just in Smite. So it's a full circle now.
I didn't even really use him back in the day, to be fair, but I had to throw him in there.
Yeah, I didn't really use him much either, to be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure his Musou is like this, though, which is pretty good.
Yes. Jotai, man. That's just like the best. Him and Jotai's Musou and
I'll give you
Lubu's.
Ganing was pretty great. Because he had a grab.
The fucking chain and sickle. Fucking.
No, he had the sword back then.
I think you're right. He does have the sword.
I know I'm right.
Yeah.
He's like the kind of like on his feet kind of sword.
Yeah, I like him with the chain and sickle better though.
I like him with the sword because he had a grab back then.
But
did Lu Xun have double blades back then?
He's always had double blades, yeah. Well, I think he does in this one, definitely. His Musou's not very good, I'll say that. Lu Xun was the first like main that I ever had in a Dynasty Warriors game. He was like my first favorite.
Pangtong.
So
the moment I got him.
His because in the new ones his Musou's more of like a 2-hit thing. In the old ones he goes like this or whatever and just a constant
you know who else I like?
Forward swirl.
The fucking yellow turban guy.
Oh, not Zhuge Liang because that's fucking the dude in Shu, but I know exactly who the fuck you're talking about.
From the good mission.
The good mission.
That was a real good mission.
With the fucking stones. I think,
it's like the whole way up to him at the top.
Yeah.
Chibi is the boat one. I just remembered.
Yes.
Finally. The best mission in Dynasty Warriors 4.
Well, there's a few boat ones, but yes, Chibi's the one that I like.
The
ones
catch fire.
Where I like the ones where you can kill like 1,000 people. If my kill count gets to 1,000 people,
that's a good map.
It's a good map. I don't know if you'd be able to do it with 2 people though. Maybe because
splitting too much real estate.
Because I used to actually play with my sisters with Dynasty Warriors 4, surprisingly, that they would play that game with me. But we used to let the final boss just chill. And then, like, because all the gates around it would just constantly spawn dudes. So we'd just go around and, like, kill hordes of people. I cleared, and there was no map that I didn't go through and killed everyone on the map before killing the final boss. It's just not. We don't play that game.
Depends. I mean, I don't want to fight Lubu.
Oh, I take that challenge every day. There's one, the one map, the snow map where he comes in on his horse. That one's rough because he's surrounded by like 300 dudes.
I was like taking him on that first time at the gate when he's like way overpowered.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the one we actually beat him.
Most times that Lubu spawns as an enemy too, though, he's always got that like aura around him that he's like hyped or.
And he has that grab that can take your like whole health bar.
Yeah.
From a distance.
He's got that range. He's definitely in. Like, he's strong in the new Dynasty Warriors and Warriors
like
games.
That was
this game.
That was generational.
Like, yeah.
I remember being at my neighbor's house when I first saw Dynasty Warriors 4, and he first ran into Lubu in that map.
The scariest thing in the world. You're like, oh, cool, this guy's cool.
I thought about it at school the whole next day, being like, man, I wish I was playing that.
Here we are.
Yeah. King of the world, I played it.
Me wishing that there'd be Dynasty Warriors 10.
Me wishing they'd just remaster old games. Right. Remaster 4 and 5. 5 is also great because that's where they got Sao Pi and Guanping.
Yes.
And Ling Tong was the new Wu one.
I remember playing
the nunchucks.
5 at your house.
And 5 slapped.
Because 4 is actually, I think, the only Dynasty Warriors game that I own hard copy or anything. I might have played like. No, because 7 and 8 were ass, right?
7 was ass. 7 was when they. No, I think 6 was ass. 6 was the one where they completely changed the combat system, where your triangles were like rush attacks.
Oh yeah.
That was where that was bad. I think 7 was a return to form and was good.
I heard 9 wasn't very good either. The newest of them.
So we liked 7 and 8. I think.
Yeah, one of those I played at your house, and then
Warriors had that whole tile board of challenge maps.
Warriors Orochi 4 is just the pinnacle of those games because it mixes Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors together.
I liked that last Dynasty Warriors a lot, the one that we liked.
Yes, I like it too, but it's like you just take those characters out of that and you put them in Dynasty Warriors Orochi.
I don't know if I liked Orochi 4 as much, vibe-wise.
I like it because there's so many more characters to choose from.
It is, but I don't know.
I went hard on that
game.
Warriors Orochi. I went hard in that.
I still haven't beaten it. It's on my hard drive from my PS5, though.
You read nice.
Yeah. It's always there in case I want to do a quick map.
That's why I save old games. You never know when times like this, whipping out Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And you just played so many games. Star Wars Battlefront, yeah. That's why
That's the one I'm most
I've traded in a few games of the PS2 game era, but I've never sold or traded in a PS3, 4, or 5 game. Because that's all pennies on the dollar. Because you know how GameStop is. They fucking... Oh, you bought this game yesterday for $60. We'll give you $20.
Sometimes a man gets desperate and thinks he's never going to play certain games again. And granted, about half of them I was right, but the other half of them I was wrong.
Mm-hmm. Someday, I'll have a nice game room where I can display them all. Right now, they're...
I just care about having a place that I'm able to play them all. If they're not getting played, then I still feel justified selling them. If I don't have the means to play them. Like, I don't have a boob tube to plug these shits into.
So, like, this... The thing is, the problem with that is you could always buy... It's not I've seen them on Amazon, where it's a analog to HDMI plug. So, just because it doesn't have that, it can... But it's the style of TV. Yeah, it's the pixels.
The way it'll display it'll look
so
weird.
If we were to play Tenkaichi, like how we did the other day, on that TV, the flat screen, it'd look very weird. But then we put it on this fucking tube TV, curved edge, weighs 150,000 pounds. It looks good. It looks nice and crisp. Not the case with anything else. Yeah. But so thankfully I didn't get rid of this because I almost threw this TV away last year when when I cleaned out the basement.
That's my GameCube. I just kind of want to get an emulator. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. So, bro, maybe I'll just forever save this TV until it decides to break on me. Or if I ever want to
cry to the gods.
If I ever had to move, though.
That's not coming with you.
That's probably not coming with me. That's the reason it's still down
here.
Then
again,
it was the heaviest
if you want a gaming room.
I know, but that was the reason it's still down here. It's because you helped me pick that thing up to put it right there.
Yeah, I would not help you move that if you were moving.
Imagine carrying that thing up the stairs.
I'd tell you to fuck yourself and find someone else to move just that.
Yeah.
Call your brother.
Fuck that. I'd call moving services just for TV. Hey, I got a TV. I need you
How
guys
much it costs for one TV?
One TV.
One TV? Yeah, well, I'll carry that. No, you won't. Get your whole team.
Bring the boys.
Maybe some machinery. The crane that you could reach into my home.
Right. Ugh. And what sucks too is because I tried doing it myself. There's no handles on the top of it.
Nope.
One of the other ones, they have slots that you can put your fingers in to like grab it from the top. It doesn't have that. So I almost broke my back just trying to get it out where I put it before we picked it up.
This is gonna be the actual next one.
I love that addition too. Deception.
I had it too.
So good.
That's the next one I want to do.
Because it's a 2-pack. Got that one. Look how that looks brand new still. Look at that. See, I love that. I keep such good
why is it two of them?
I was just thinking that too. Premium Pack Sub-Zero Edition.
Yeah, then why did you give me the original? If it's the same fucking thing.
I don't know.
Because mine was the same thing. I had both in there too. I got confused.
Yeah, chest combat slaps. And I don't know why they put two fucking...
Puzzle combat wasn't bad either.
It's basically, now, at the time I didn't realize it, but it's basically just Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
So I don't think you do any fighting at all. Well,
no, it does. Your dudes fight at the bottom while you do it.
Yeah, well, it isn't...
And one of them
chest
dies
combat
and pushes them to the other side.
Yeah, but with chess combat, when you go to take a piece, do you have to fight
a
match?
That's why I always pick my best character as my pawns.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, Noob Saibot. Not Noob Saibot, yeah, Noob Smoke.
Smoke, yeah.
Noob Smoke. Because you swap between them with your stances.
Yes.
And then, actually, my king was still my best, actually. Noob was my second. My king was, the Order Realm guy.
Oh, with the fucking spear?
Hotaru.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Because he had that one hit where and I put this on my custom character in Armageddon.
What you're fucking talking about. The leg sweep to slam thing,
Not even the leg sweep to slam. He had one punch where it's called Rushing Ridge Palm in Armageddon. I know because I equipped it to all of my characters. It's just a one swing punch that lays you on your ass if it hits you. So it's just, bah, you're on the ground. I loved the feeling of it. Because you go from like this stance.
Yeah.
And just, bah, and you're down.
Yeah.
Because you go to that to sweeping, to that to sweeping, and they're just constantly on their ass. So good. My favorite.
Fucking Mortal Kombat. So good.
And then Ermac's in here too. Another perfect cheese. Oh my god. I hope chess combat's 2-player. I'm going to pick Ermac as my pawns.
Oh my god. I don't even know. It's been so long. I love Shujinko in that game too.
Oh wow. I don't.
I do. Because he's the only one that... He has 3 combats and a weapon. So he's so versatile. Everyone else has 2 combat styles and the weapon. If I remember correctly.
I don't remember if Noob Smoke had a third style. I think they just switched between each other.
And what's that robot dude's name? You know what I'm
Cyrax and Sector?
Yes, because I think they're 2 people. They're the same thing. They're one character, but they swap
between them.
Yeah.
I love, I'm looking at the Conquest Adventure. I love how it's just like Monday, 1:02 a.m. Sorry, let me meditate for this chest to suddenly appear in a 10-minute window of in-game time.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember all of that.
I remember one chest in Order Realm. Because it's just on like a pathway to nowhere. And it's like, there it is.
I think I already opened both of them, but in here somewhere, maybe it's just. Let me actually look in my.
Deadly Alliance, I think you put all the fatalities in.
Yeah, but they're different in each game, so I think Armageddon probably. I actually have. It's one of the few that I have. I have Armageddon's the guidebook that came with it.
Ooh.
It's a thick ass boy. It has fucking lore and everything in it. Yeah, no. Instruction booklets. Maybe I'll get lucky and they actually just put fatalities in here. No. Why would they?
They're easy in Armageddon.
Yeah. They're not too bad.
I think they're like 5 button inputs in Armageddon. You know what the problem with fatalities really is, though?
What's that?
The spacings. Because they expect you to be a specific spacing away from the enemy.
And target it and looking at the enemy. Because
Yeah.
I noticed that when I looked at the Deadly Alliance cheat sheet I wrote down. I specifically wrote on the paper years ago, looking at the enemy. I fucking love this game. This game gets so much shit, Shaolin Monks.
Shaolin Monks slapped.
I loved it. Oh shit, a memory card.
Oh.
Look at that. I wonder what's on that. Because that's you can plug this in and go to the memory card and it shows you all the games that you have on it on PS2. Man, this is why I think I said this already.
Oh, I gotta get this too.
This
Shaolin
is-
Monks was so good.
This is why I'd never trade in games, dude.
I already called Kung Lao.
Ah, no, you bitch!
Yeah,
I love Kung Lao. Kung Lao's my dude.
Yeah, Kung Lao's the better one. That's
He
why.
is the better one. He always has been.
You get Liu Kang every time. You don't get Kung Lao every time.
Well, because Liu Kang, first off, it's so bullshit that he's not in. He's in Deception as a zombie and he's trash.
Was he a zombie already in Deception? I know
Yeah.
he's the one in Armageddon.
Or maybe it's Armageddon that he comes back.
Yeah,
as
because it's
a
part of the
zombie.
story is that he uses the hooks on
Shang Tsung.
yeah,
That
and
dude.
pulls his ass down.
Dude, Mortal Kombat has always had such good cinematics at the opening.
true.
Because you see Liu Kang and they hype him up at the beginning of Deadly Alliance.
And then you just don't like
And
see
he's
him
not
much
in
in
Deadly
most of
Alliance.
Armageddon.
He's not in fucking any of these games.
Okay, he wasn't really in Deception, was he?
No, I don't think he's in it. He's not even a playable character in Deadly Alliance.
Oh my god! And then suddenly in Armageddon,
Yeah, but he's like a classic in like the original arcade games.
and now he's a fire god.
Yes. Because he's the original champion of Earthrealm. Sagas is another one that I really liked. The combat, I think it's only single player though, right? You can't do this. Isn't
Nope.
co-op?
Co-op. I knew this was co-op. This game always reminds me of Shaolin Monks, honestly,
I don't think I've ever played that co-op.
because they're both a departure from a fighting game franchise to give you a co-op adventure. I know Broly was playable. I think you
Yeah,
have to
he
unlock
is.
him though.
Well, believe me, I beat the game and it's a DBZ game, so I should have all the characters unlocked. Definitely make sure I remember that. I'm actually going to take this memory card out right now, put it over there, because I'm going to, next time I turn that on, I'm going to see what's on this memory card. Because the blue one has always been my main memory card. I want to see what's on that one, though. What games are on it that will remind me that I just don't have them anymore.
Let me bring mine over too and at least check what I got.
I'm not going to have any files for
I might
Battlefront.
I would say I should have one for Battlefront. We're gonna need one for Bloody Roar.
I might have one for Bloody Roar. I just don't have the game anymore. I can check. But I don't know if I'll have all of the characters. I may be missing like 2 or 3.
I have all the characters. And we're gonna need a memory card for 2 towers. I hope you have your save data for that.
Oh, of course, yeah. Both of them.
It's a lot of character progression in that game.
Last time I played through the whole game again.
Nice.
Start to
Is
finish.
that the game where you can finish off enemies on the ground? I keep trying to remember what game I
Yes.
played. Oh, thank
Both
God.
of them.
It's taking me forever to remember what game I had to finish off
you
my
know,
enemies.
The Fellowship of the Ring has a movie one too. I've played it. It's not as good as these
I
two,
can't imagine it would be.
but it's still pretty good. It's basic because like you gotta think each one improved on the last.
It's the most boring part of the story for a video game.
Yeah, they expand on it. Well, first
They have to,
well,
or you'll be on.
You can play the epilogue as a Sealador, so that's 3 missions right there.
Oh shit!
So
But still, you know what I mean. 2 Towers is Helm's Deep. Come on.
Moria.
Yeah, nothing's comparing.
And the Anduin. But you're right, though. 2 Towers and the Return of the King is...
I actually didn't play much Return of the King.
Oh, it's so good. You have so many...
I never owned it, is why.
You got...
Yeah, you can play as Gandalf in it. Yeah. I would never, ever want to be the Hobbits.
They're actually pretty good.
I bet they are.
Them. But you got Gimli, Legolas, Aragorn, Faramir, and Gandalf.
Yeah. I'm not picking a fucking Hobbit.
True that. Yeah. Fucking Minas Tirith, the Black Gate. So many good. You know the problem with the Black Gate map was, though? It's not really a problem. Legolas can clear the whole thing by standing in one corner.
I bet Legolas was the best character.
You just clear out because you can clear out. You're in like an encampment, right? And all the enemies are running towards you. So if you clear out the ones that immediately spawn really fast, and you run up to the invisible wall, so you can't go anymore. All the enemies that are running towards you, if you have the max bow upgrades, you can just stand there and.
That's why Legolas
there's an
is
infinite ammo cheat. So you put that in, and you can kill every enemy before they get to you.
You know how much easier Helm's Deep is with a fucking bow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how much easier Helm's Deep is with 2 people?
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to run around by yourself, kicking those ladders down?
Yeah.
It took me like 3... And the second one, when you have to defend the door...
That one is the one in my brain. That's the one where having a bow is like really like, thank you.
Yeah. Well, because they got those bombers that run at you.
Yeah.
That's good. We're going to be playing them. But
that's a good place to end it off.
Yeah. PS2 games, Nostalgia Blast. Let us know what games you liked.
Or what games you miss.
Or what games you still currently have. Join us in this Nostalgia Blast. Comment on Twitter. You know, all the good. But alright. Have a good one. This has been the Dukes of Weebdom.
Episode
19.
Is it 19?
No, 19.
Damn,
19. Next week's going to be episode 20.
Damn.
Hot damn. See you later, folks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.